Hi. Hey, girl. Tell me all about where you're at this evening. Where is she?
Girl, where is she? What is she doing? Who is she wearing? I am in a jacuzzi tub
That is so fierce. I love you for
with
that.
no water. Um, in my
Sensible.
terrifying, in my terrifying Central Florida hotel room.
Yes, I'm glad you're not using electronics in a pool of water. We love to see
Yeah,
that.
we try to keep it safe.
Yeah.
What's weird is I am in the mouse area of Central Florida, which we all know is home for all the vacationing. So these hotels are not designed to do work. They're designed for fun, which means like there's a jacuzzi in the bedroom, but
Yeah.
no desk.
And no kitchen, I'm sure. Just like. Wait, who has a kitchen
Just
in a
a
hotel
spot for
room?
like mozzarella sticks and
Yeah.
fruit roll-ups, whatever the fuck kids eat. I don't know. Girl, what are you wearing?
Uh, also, when you said mouse area, I was like, is there an infestation? Um,
Mm-hmm.
yes, there is. So, girl, I don't know what season this is. I don't know what event this is. It's like Coachella and Burning Man and Pride all rolled up into one. But I'm in a little like baby doll tulle dress with white fingerless biker gloves. Doesn't this
I
outfit
love
just?
this jewelry.
Thank you. Doesn't this outfit just give you she's fine?
She seems to be
She
fine.
seems to be fine. This jewelry was made by a drag queen named Crimson,
Oh, okay.
who I do not know, but I found on Etsy, and I love her work.
I really love that. Is that a dog collar?
Yeah, it's sort of like a PVC choker, but for the daytime.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do like that. It is a
Silver,
daytime show.
yeah, a tea party PVC choker.
I love that. Oh my
I
God, my
just
lighting is so trashy in
I
here.
just wanted costume jewelry. I like a little bit of, it's like hard femme, but this is not hard femme. I immediately take that back.
Oh my God,
It's
Eileen Galvin, hard
yeah.
femme.
This is Eileen doing hard femme, everybody. A floral headpiece with like um butterflies on springs.
Oh my God, you made me laugh, and then I choked. Oh, girl,
Mm-hmm.
what are we talking about tonight besides my imminent murder?
Lock the doors, girl. Lock those doors. You already told us on
Girl,
prior
I gotta
dish
tell you,
that you use every lock that's available on the door.
yes, you surely do.
Yeah.
And there was a guy coming out of my what I thought was my room today, and he's like, "Hey, are you in this room?" And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Well, I just cleaned the carpet in the other room, so this must be your room, right?" And I'm like, "I get you're just a man who's cleaning, but like, I am a woman traveling alone, and I
Yeah.
will not tell you where my
No, that's giving me suspicion.
yeah,
That's giving me
too
mad
busy for
suspicion.
the too busy for the shun, but very suspicious.
Yeah, exactly. Uh,
Just very
so
very casual.
girl, we're talking about making up tonight and making up strategies, and I wanna start off just by defining it because when I was thinking about this topic, I was realizing that making up the expression making up has so many idiomatic contextual meanings. So like, are we talking about make believe, right? We're making up a story. Are we talking about
Ooh.
making up our face? Are we talking about making up a test? Or are we talking about returning to a relationship equilibrium, which is what I like to think making up is?
I also think that's what making it is. So, thank goodness.
All
Because
right.
we didn't
Well,
talk
we got
about
that out of the way. So,
Phew, all right, that was a good dish. We'll see y'all next week. We busy. We got a lot going on.
well, now let's go from theory to practice. Okay, let's go to making up 102. We already took the survey class, so let's talk mechanics. How do you do the making up? How do you get to the relationship
Oh,
equilibrium?
well, girl, I don't know about you, but I am not a go to bed mad person.
Hmm. Okay. Tell me more.
So when I say space and I need like space to process, I mean like 45 minutes. I just want to point that out. So after space to process, right? I want to
Yeah.
talk through everything. I want to be heard. I want to be man, all that shit. But um, I cannot stay off equilibrium long. And that has actually always been a point of contention in every one of my relationships, even friendships. Because I really need to get back to that stasis. Or like just for me and my well-being.
Yeah.
And I realize how selfish that is. So one of the things that constantly comes up in my relationships and friendships is I can't stay in the disarray emotionally in between a disagreement and the making up. Like I'm not good at it. And it's a problem, right? Because I think adults should be able to sit and process and have a couple days and do whatever they have to do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, no.
So when you say disarray, what does that look like? Is that just a mental disarray, or are there other factors that contribute to that?
Yeah, like emotional disarray, like a disagreement where we have to like hash it out and make up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the thing. I have two options. I either like want to make up immediately or we're done. And that's a big Scorpio energy probably. But like I cut people out. Like I do.
Yeah.
I'm very aware my standards are like not normal. But I'm like, you're not serving me. This doesn't serve me. You don't bring me joy. Like I will like cut someone out so fast. I mean, I cut like a family member out because they pretty much told me I was voting wrong because I was too poor to understand the economy.
Well, I don't blame you for that. I mean, time is short and the world is on fire. So like, would you rather spend your time thinking about how to drag this person along in your life? Or wouldn't you rather just go base jumping off of that relationship into something better?
And that's a type of making up, because it's making up to yourself.
So what I'm hearing is
how about you, girl?
A lot of people you've been with need more processing time. Is that right?
Yeah, like days. And they'll just like sit in it till their fingers get all pruny, like a tub.
Like a tub, yeah. Well, girl, to carry a conversation we had a little bit earlier today farther, because I love this metaphor of what's in your purse. Remember this?
Oh, yeah.
I love what's in your purse because, listen, hard femmes, get in the chat. Fellow hard femmes, we love a purse. No, but seriously, like, there's something different about what's in your purse versus what's in your pocket, because there is a special anxiety around what's in your purse. If I'm like, where's that thing that I'm looking for? Oh, it's in my purse. Oh, it's gone. It's gone forever. It's in a black hole. It's never coming out. I'm never going to find it. I don't even like to carry purses anymore. This isn't about making it up anymore. This is about bags.
Bags. It's about bags. You do love, you know what you love?
What?
You love a bag that's an armadillo. You love a small, hard bag. You can put nothing in, but it's
small,
like glittering with a name on it.
Not only that, I love a small, hard, transparent bag that you can actually...
Yes!
The edges are hard, and it has my name on it. You know the bag. You know my bag.
I know the bag well.
Yeah.
You love that bag.
It's got my name on it, so, like, I know where it's mine. Like, I know where to find it, and I know exactly what's in it because I can see through it. So I'm not joking. You know?
No.
I love a hard see-through bag. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. I can go to bed and think about things. Like, it doesn't bother me to hold on to things because I'm a wasp who buries my feelings, and I'm still into that game of like, let's hold on to it until we fucking can't stand it anymore. You know what I mean? Like, there's some kind of masochistic thing about I know you are, but what am I? And let's see. Like, it's not healthy, but like, let's see who's the first one to bring it up. You know what I mean?
Who breaks?
Let's see. Yeah, the first one who breaks. And I heard on a podcast recently, if someone says something to you in the heat of an argument, they've been waiting to say that for a long time. Like, it's a really important thing, you know? So I'm not saying making up has to be an argument, but if it does get to an argument place, there's probably stuff that's going to come up that has been waiting to come up. So I need to push myself to process sooner so that I don't say things not only before I'm ready, but like say things that are actually in a non-productive way. That's just like, and also I don't like your hair, you know?
Right.
We don't need to do that.
So how long can you sit on something with someone you know you're going to make up with? How long can you go?
Oh, girl. So it truly depends on what it is, but I'm going to say it depends on...
Romantic. Something romantic.
Something romantic. How close are they to me? Because there is an... Girl, Soak in that hot water. Soak it in. Very comfortable. Looks very comfortable. Oh, by the way, the iconic Ms. Astray Attraction is with us tonight, and she says,
Girl!
LMFAO, we love a small, hard bag. Thank you. Thank you for backing me up on that. When it's right, it's right.
Small hard bag is such a niche market for us, for like a hard bag.
Small, hard bag.
So like something romantic.
Yeah, something romantic.
You know, you have to make up with someone romantic. How long can you like sit on it? Like something big.
I've gotten better at this in my advanced years. I've gotten better at this, so I'll bring it up sooner. I don't like to sit on it for more than a week. A week?
I would die.
Yeah.
I would physically in the jacuzzi tub.
I'm so conflict averse, Brooke, that I will go back to the equilibrium before we've actually processed the thing.
Oh, okay. So you'll just be like,
this is normal.
Like just...
Yeah. How's your breakfast? Like, I will do that. And it's not good, but it's a survival mechanism. You know, like fight, flight, or fawn.
Yeah.
I'm option. I'm trying to like point to the option 3. Yeah.
2 words.
Super chill, super normal.
No. So I really like that. You know, one of the things I do with what you just said, which is like kind of trying to go back to normal, is I have discovered my recovery time after a makeup is really low.
Okay.
Because I've done so much processing on my own. So after we make up, I'm like, okay, I'm good. And yeah. I'm like, we're going back to normal. And like, I'll have partners and they'll be like, I need more time. And I'm like, but we're good now.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's not how people work. And I'm like, yes, it is. I'm a delight, by the way, to be with.
I'm great. So, you know, stick with me.
But to your point, there's probably stuff I'm missing processing because, again, like out of survival and like that instinct, I just push through and just I'm like, oh my God, what's happening with these scones?
Yeah. Well, I would like to postulate, if I may, and then we can talk about it. I think making up is something that you have to co-engineer, right? Like, it can't be a one-sided thing. You both have to kind of co-engineer the making up. Because if one person has decided that you've made up and you haven't, then, like, what are we doing, right? Then we're just pretending. We're pretending that things are fine, but they're not. And then you'll hold on to that energy for another 6 months, and then, like, 6 months from them, you'll get in a shouting match about the dishes again.
Right. Or, like, be at a party and it'll just, like, explode.
Yeah. And I'm saying the dishes, but I do mean things like, you know, dishonesty or betrayal or, you know, whatever that perception of that emotional thing is.
Yeah.
It's gonna get you. It's gonna come back.
Girl. Oh, man.
Oh, so.
I was thinking about something. It's not related to the topic, but I want to get your thoughts.
Okay.
That. Non-monogamy.
Yes.
What's the difference between non-monogamy and relationship auditioning? So,
can you define relationship auditioning for me?
So, relationship auditioning is where you, like, go on a bunch of dates with a bunch of different, like, how would you describe this to someone? So, I was trying to explain to someone. So, someone I was talking to was like, oh, my partner doesn't like non-monogamy because their partner left them for one of the people they were with when they were non-monogamous.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, but that's not non-monogamy. That's relationship shopping. Like, that's like auditioning for relationship, a new one while you're in a current one. And then being like, look, I found one, right?
Yes.
But you go on dates with the safety of your partner. But then what if, like, you are non-monogamous and you do meet someone and you do leave your partner for that person? Were you truly non-monogamous or were you relationship auditioning? And is all non-monogamy a form of relationship auditioning? I got myself in a pickle today, girl. It's not on topic, but I'm curious.
Okay, well, here's my feeling about it. You asked me what the difference is, and I think the difference is a set of mutually understood agreements. I think it has to do with, are we both really open to seeing other people? And what are the like the guidelines and what are the policies and procedures? Girl, I'm such a bureaucrat. But like seriously, what are the policies and procedures? Because they're there for a reason. It's like I want us to both understand that if we do this, then that, you know? Oh my gosh. Oh, you're back. Are you back?
What just happened?
You dropped out. I saw your very lovely headshot, and then you were off the call, and now you're back.
Oh my god. Okay, great. I have no idea what happened.
All right.
We're all confused.
And girl, the important thing is the stream is still on.
Yes, we're champions.
Yes.
No, I think to your point, you know, it's in the eye of the beholder, right? Like I think you have to figure out your intentions with moving through spaces like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like I think a lot of people go.
I want to add one more thing to it, which is, I think we have to get ourselves to a place of it's not if I fuck up, it's when. And when you fuck up in a relationship, either side or whatever side in a relationship, do you feel like you have the space to make a mistake and still maintain the trust that that person is ultimately there for the relationship? Because you...
Right, like you will be disappointed. Like, I don't know, I'm like thinking about wedding vows, and I'm like, I want to write like, I'm going to disappoint you, and like, we'll love each other through it. Which is a downer of a wedding.
You just slowly unfold this piece of paper and you're like, I'm gonna disappoint you. Hey, I like keeping it real. Let him know up front.
But like, I don't know. I'm just like, oh, so I was having a conversation with a young lady. And she was like, oh my God, like, have you met your soulmate? And I was like, what?
What does that even mean? We should do an episode on that.
We absolutely should. Anyway, so I'll say that, but I'm just like, oh my God, like, what is the opposite of a soulmate? Like, I'm going to continually disappoint you, and you're going to disappoint me, and we'll love each other through it, and that's love. Like,
yeah, well, I think even soulmates make mistakes, you know?
Right.
I really love my partner, and they have said to me before that the things that they find attractive about me are things that I absolutely do not like about myself, you know? And that's fine. Like, it hurt initially, and then we processed it, and then we made up, and then it's like, okay, now we understand. I don't even know how to describe that. It becomes a piece of the landscape, you know?
Yeah, and I guess it's like, does making up, actually this is a good, you really kind of like gave a good example of this, like, does making up mean a solution? And it sounds like from the sound of it, no. Like,
yeah, frequently
I think you have...
Making up is not satisfying in the way that you want it to be.
Yeah.
Because the thing doesn't go away. It's like the Zoloft commercial when the what's the depression anxiety commercial when the elephant is like constantly... Yeah, and when I love the depiction of when you take the medicine, the elephant doesn't go away. It's just farther behind you than it was before.
Oh, I was thinking of the little Zoloft blob.
Yeah, the Zoloft, like the little bean, the bouncing bean.
Thank you. Yes. Why couldn't you tell from this?
So this is far off topic, but let's talk about commercials for depression medication. There was one commercial where this woman was like pretending to be okay in her daily life, and she was literally holding a paper plate with a smiley face drawn on it on a popsicle stick in front of her face.
Yes, I've seen that one.
And
yeah, we have to look up what it is.
I couldn't hold it together. I was like, really? Like, this is not helpful. It was so funny. Yeah, it was like, all right, yeah, I've never felt so seen. You know what I mean?
I too am a two-dimensional paper plate drawn on with a Sharpie.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I feel like someone's telling my story, finally.
Oh my God, yes, praise him.
Praise him. Oh, 'tis the season.
I remember some like credit card company allowed like trans folks to put their like true name on their like city card or whatever the fuck it was. I forget what it was.
Yeah.
And like they got all this credit, like yes, all these articles, and they're like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
We're all gonna die, but I am gonna die too. This is it.
Are you talking to somebody in the room? I got scared for a second.
No, it's weird, isn't it? Mm.
It is. You looked up. I'm
Yes.
gonna put you on dish cam again because this is like the part in the movie when you turn back to talk to us and your reflection stays looking at the camera. Girl, what are you doing? I seriously thought that you were looking up, like like you were looking up at another person who was in the room behind the camera, and it freaked me out. It brought me somewhere.
Oh, girl, no, no one's here.
I was like, text me your, you know the drill. Text me your address with a coffin emoji after it. That's our system, viewers. If you haven't been watching
Yes.
this show for a while,
I actually am going to do that after this. The only thing in the closet is a sensible wrap dress. So.
Well, listen, we've got some thoughts from our audience here. So Estrella says, honestly, no one ever meets my makeup or apology standards, and I hurt my own feelings. We may as well never speak again after a thing happens.
Ooh, Scorpio energy from Estrella. We love to see it.
Hot takes.
I was just saying how I burn bridges all the time. But here's the thing. I don't burn the bridge. I hold my side, right? And I think that's the thing is like you have to figure out. So let's get real. I've had to have a lot of like conversations about conflict lately.
Yeah.
And I have not gotten any better at them, but I have gotten better at drawing my boundaries. And I think that you will just inevitably have to lose some people. And I think like makeup standards are hard because you're already, I mean, I'm already like really triggered and defensive anyways. So odds are good, you know, it's going to be difficult, but I think you have to triage it. You have to decide who's worth saving in your life for you.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think I'd have to bring up, you know, a way that nurses developed in the Civil War to decide what soldiers to save that is now codified into the American medical system. But here we are. You got to triage it. Like, who is worth in your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if like those continual, you know, makeups, like to Estrella's point, are not meeting your standards, even with open communication about what you need and want to feel safe, then that person isn't really taking care of you.
Yeah. And what's a difficult thing for me to examine within myself is like, what's my price of admission? What does it take for me to offer someone trust? Because,
what is my price of admission? I love that question. Always.
Yeah, and the price of admission might be different depending on that person's history. Like, have they crossed a boundary before? Does it feel like it was whatever an honest mistake is? I always that language is a little fraught, but like, what kind of mistake was it? Let's just say that without trying to qualify it any further. And sometimes the things that happen, regardless of whether the person intended it or not, touch on something that's personal in our personal history, right? Did it bring up some kind of trauma that now we have to work through? And forgiveness may or may not be possible. That's tough.
Anything else from the chat?
Scorpio moon. Estrella's a Scorpio moon. Girl, let's talk birth charts. I'm a Pisces sun, Pisces moon, Aries rising, which means I like attention, but I have no idea like if I'm on Earth or in the fifth dimension. Like, I have such a hard time existing in reality. I am such an escapist. I'm such an escapist that if I don't feel comfortable, I will retreat to my little hermit crab shell. And it's weird because I feel equal parts like I am fed by interactions with other people, but also like leave me alone.
Oh my God, when we live together, first of all, I have two things to say about this.
Yeah.
You are going to be shocked by this. And I do not see your need for attention. Like, as
how very dare.
Like,
how very dare.
I don't see it as, like, I get the burlesque thing, blah, 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 and I get it.
How do you, this outfit of all outfits, how do you not see a need for attention? I'm so confused.
No, I mean, I see it. But I also think, like, there's also something to, like, your personal expression and fashion that, like, you don't give a fuck what other people think, like, about what you wear and how you move.
If I gave a fuck, I would not be wearing a purple bowl cut and a headdress with butterflies on it. Like, you're right. I truly, especially at this point in my life.
Yeah. I do think there's something to, like, people, like, I know you want attention, and I get that, like, you can center of attention, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, I'm the same way. But I'm like, I think about you in a different way with that. Like, it's much more subtle. It's much more intellectual and emotional based.
Ooh.
It's not like, I think people think,
Talk
shoulder.
nice to me, Brooke.
You know what I mean? Because I think people think performers, they're like center of attention. And Estrella knows because she's a performer too. Like, it's the same thing where it's like, wait a minute, like, is that it, or is it something deeper and you're missing that? Which is why I don't date people who see me on stage, because that's super tiring. Bye, fans.
Yeah.
Anyways, all two of them. And I dated one of them.
Two of them.
The other piece, what was the other piece about it? Oh my God, I love when we lived together and you'd have like 2 straight days of socializing, and then you just go into your room and play video games for like hours and like maybe get takeout, but I wouldn't see you. And I knew not to knock on your door. Like, just leave her alone. Let her recharge like a battery.
Yeah, I still do that.
You need it. You need it.
I do. I really do. I need recovery time. And I think I can have more. It depends on what type of peopling it is. So, like, peopling activities are not all the same. If you're at a large networking event with large crowds, or, like, I don't know, you're doing Trauma Columbus, and it's just, like, sensory overload, tons of crowds, shoulder to shoulder all night, that's very draining. But if I'm doing, like, a small show or a small speaking event, or especially if I'm, like, with people that really fill me up, then it's, like, that doesn't take water out of the reservoir.
Right. Yeah. Totally get that.
But you're right.
Well,
but I still like attention.
Girl, who doesn't?
Yeah.
We have to wrap up, but I do have obviously surprises for you. So please stay tuned and tune in next week. Hopefully for an announcement about a performance in Columbus.
Oh, girl, I don't even know this.
I know. I just found out. I'll be back in Columbus the first full week of January. So I'm going to try to line up a couple in live things. So we'll keep you posted here. I'm really struggling through this. I don't know anything yet. I feel your eyes. I don't know yet for sure.
America
also,
wants to know.
Take it to the grave, girl. You don't like attention, and that is the hill I will die on.
Mm-hmm.
This has been Cover Dish. We are here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. for you, especially now during the holiday season more than ever. Comment on our YouTube, comment on our Facebook if there's something you want us to cover. Otherwise, I think the topic next week is soulmates. So I think we already figured that out. Tune in. We love you all individually and collectively.
All right. Love you, everyone. Stay safe. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.